It's week 3 of the NFL, and we'll keep our eye on Jermaine Pratt. He put up numbers last week with a 9-tackle performance. It's the Bengals and the Rams on Monday Night Prime Time.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader. As here the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
This taken in right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So here the Rams set to go to work on offense. And they're led by a man who topped the 50,000-yard mark in passing for his career a season ago. In year 15 now, here's Matthew Stafford.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Now the fourth-year man, it's Cam Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 69 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. That's down the field for Jefferson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They snap it to Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Now bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
To throw on second down is Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. Third down here. You talk about this Bengals defense. They enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 of the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So on fourth down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. On the return is Jones. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch so far by Chase. It's a first down. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because when this guy can blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles, really put it on those receivers.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Here's second and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Short throw to Smith. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take touchdown.
Jamar Chase, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Buying time to his left. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
I tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Ethan Evans on down to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And the Bengals are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
2nd down and 8. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And that'll be caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big pickup of 38.
And how about what just happened there? Just a total breakdown defensively. They're thinking he's going to spike this, so they let their guard down. But he never had any intention of stopping the clock. He wanted to throw the football. And he caught him napping, and this turned into a huge play.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Trey Hendrickson, his 2nd sack of the night. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. A great example for an offensive throwing short and running long.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 31 yards. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On first down, Stafford here. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple. Here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
3rd and 2, Stafford. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before the break. Stafford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where you see the final score there. J.K. Dobbins, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. D.K. Metcalf, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Let's check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, a touchdown run in the victory. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B. Their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were winners last week against Cincinnati, and right now they are in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Well, here in this third quarter, the whole complexion of the ball game flips on a dime there, CD. This is back to a one-score game.
And sometimes when your offense is sputtering, you as a defensive unit have to take it upon yourselves to say, we've got to go out there, maybe take a few chances along the way, and see if we can generate some points ourselves. And lo and behold, they were able to deliver.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return is Charlie Jones. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it.
Now Ball loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I'll bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I've got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford being chased out left. They'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd and 3 from the 9. On the counter, this is Akers. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Here's Stafford. And that almost intercepted. They would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
On 4th down, Stafford steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
First down, here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And Mixon going to have a Bengals first down as the tackle made right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down, Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Jones on the return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now Burrow. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The Rams on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And unable to connect. Incomplete. But give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. He's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's Burrow. And it's caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
To number 5, a gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The football going back to the Rams now. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Stafford. Forced out to his left. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Stafford now to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Flushed out right. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And shutting him off now open field. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he will have a Bengals 1st down. And it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it.
That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Second and 11 now.
Mixing up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
33-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Bengals, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.